Okay. Hello friends, Dr. Kr.Chakrabarti on behalf of BnCMS Study Festivity. पहचानते हो, देखते हो, मेरे ख्याल से बहुत सारी क्लास किए होंगे. पहला फेज में 34 अकाउंटिंग क्लासेस था, 34 से लेकर ज़्यादा भी हो सकते हैं. अच्छा, एंड इन दिस फेज I have already taken up phase 2. In phase 2 I have taken up the profit and loss account, under profit and loss accounting, the profit and loss appropriation account. I have already taken up 20 classes. Now friends, there will be in some other, I will add some other classes on profit and loss appropriation account. There will be some uploading where I will give you some problem along with solution. Okay, number one, some problems only for your practice. Okay, and MCQs on that topic. Okay, so I told you that it would have been the last class, that is 2020, that is 220 would be the last episode on this phase. But friend, that phase will also be continued with some presentation, with some uploading, and the uploading will be रहेगा broad answer questions and solutions, that is problem and solution, and this is number one for your total understanding of the topics I have already covered, and number two, the only the problems for your practice, and there will be other episodes which will include the MCQs on partnership accounting, which I have discussed during while discussing these topics. Okay, so but that would be in phase 2, ACS 2. Okay, under ACS 2. Now under ACS 3 I have taken up partnership accounting, the admission of partner. Okay, admission of partner. But in this phase I have told you that in the last class, in episode number 301, I took up that two topics. One is dissolution of partnership firm and dissolution of partnership. Very often, we the learned fellow equate both the things. Dissolution of partnership and dissolution of partnership did the same thing. No friend. Take it into account as a granted one. But dissolution of partnership means the dissolution of the winding up or the closure of the partnership relation. When we consult the topic, the definition, the section 4 of Indian Partnership Act 1932, partnership is a relation which subsists between persons who have agreed to share the profit and loss of the business carried on by all or any of them acting for all. So in that case, partnership is a relation, it is not the business. But the relation is with in relation to business. Okay, so it is a partnership is a business relation. Partnership is a business relation. A business must be there, and as a result of the business, in order to carry on the business, there must be some norms and provisions and clauses of management of the business house, and that is internal management and the partnership, and therefore they reached a document, some agreement, and the agreement contained in a document, and that document is known as partnership deed. It is signed by the partners, and as a result the relationship is developed. So partnership is the relation, and the events that results in that the event, जो event के चलते ये relationship तो नष्ट होता है. कैसे नष्ट होगा? A भी था, C आया, admission नष्ट हो जाएगा. ABC थे, B चले गए, रिटायर कर गए, तो रिलेशन गया. नाउ उसके बाद B की जगह पे उसका लड़का D आया, तो ACD. नाउ कुछ दिन बाद A भगवान का प्यारा हो गया, that is death, that is change in relation. All these are the issue of dissolution of partnership. And again, if there is any changes in profit sharing ratio later on, in that case, that is also the dissolution of partnership. Okay, but partnership dissolution of partnership firm is the closure of the business house. So partnership did dissolution of partnership on the events of what? Admission, retirement, death, come retirement or death. Okay, change in profit sharing ratio. In these cases, the relationship changes. The relationship changes those, but business remains as usual. Business अपना काम करते रहेगा, लेकिन when the question of dissolution of partnership firm comes into being, in that case the business activities are closed. So dissolution of partnership firm is the closure of the business activities, and we as an accountant, our task is to close down the books of accounts. So in that case, in the case of dissolution of partnership firm, we have to close the books of account. Or in case of dissolution of partnership, in the event of admission, death, retirement, change in profit sharing ratio, we have to make necessary adjustments in the books of accounts. Adjustments in the books of accounts. In the books of accounts. So herein lie the differences. Okay. So in case of dissolution of partnership firm, closure of the business activity, yesterday I have told you in detail. And in case of dissolution of partnership, we have to make necessary adjustments in the books of accounts. And these adjustments, the facets of these adjustments are revaluation of assets and liability, treatment of goodwill, number 3, joint life policy, distribution of accumulated or profit or loss, that is past profit and loss, which has not been withdrawn, profit earned but not withdrawn by the partners, and then introduction of capital in case of admission and withdrawal of capital in case of retirement or death. Okay. In case of death, retirement withdrawal, or in case of death, final payment made to the legal representative of the deceased partner. Okay. So friends, so these are the issues. Today I am taking up the first facets, this revaluation of assets and liability. There will be good number of classes in this under the head admission of a partner. So it is the first class on admission of a partner. For admission of a partner, first class, the topic is revaluation of assets and liabilities. Revaluation, what does it mean? Revaluation, the firm is in operation for a good number of years, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, or whatever it be the years. Now someone is coming in. What happens in the status of the assets and liabilities? There may be the assets, the value of the assets may increase. सोचो, जो लैंड है आप लोगों का, जो लैंड 5 साल पहले आपको 5 लाख रुपया काटा था, 5 साल आज के दिन पे ये 10 लाख हो गया है कि नहीं? The furniture, the wooden furniture, those were of 1 lakh in 5 years back. The value of those wooden furniture might have increased. The steel furniture, those were purchased at that time, may be reduced, maybe enhanced, the price of them may be reduced or enhanced. In the same way, the liabilities also. So as a result of the asset value which is standing at the book at the present, at the time of any admission, the values of all the assets and liabilities are made anew. Okay. So what do the partners do? They try to revalue the assets and liability standing in the balance sheet on the date of admission of the partner. Are you getting me? समझे? तो जो दिन नया पार्टनर आते हैं उस दिन और फर्म का बैलेंस शीट में जो एसेट्स एंड लायबिलिटी है उसको नया तरीके से वैल्यूएशन किया जाता है. वैल्यू बढ़ भी सकता है, वैल्यू घट भी सकता है. ओके. नाउ think the assets. Consider the case of asset. Okay. What is asset? Asset is the debit balance. Okay. If the value of the asset is increased, in that case what will we do? We will, if the value of asset is increased, then we will enhance the value of asset account debit, and we will send it to a special account, that is a revaluation account. Why? All assets are debit. If the asset increases, then if the value of asset increases, then we will debit the asset. We will debit the asset and credit the revaluation account. Clear? Now, if the value of the assets reduces, in that case, the asset will be credited. The asset will be credited, the asset account credit, and debit will be revaluation account. You think, revaluation account. Okay? Now think, revaluation is when it is credit, it means it is your profit. The price of the assets are going on, so asset account debit, and it is a profit. And when the asset value is reducing, it is a case of loss, and revaluation account debited. All losses are debit, on incomes are credit. We have done all these things. Clear? Just difference is just other thing. The counterpart of asset. The counterpart of asset is liability. Liability basically refers to the outside liability. Here we do not consider. Liability includes capital. Liability includes your accumulated profit, the balance of profit and loss, reserve fund, and all these. But I am not taking it into account. Liability here, for the purpose of revaluation, we should take outsiders liability. So liability, the status of liability is liability always credit. Okay. Now, if the liability enhances, so what it would be? The liability will be credit. Okay. So if the liability enhances, liability बढ़ जाएगा. जैसे सोचो syndicators liability. Okay. Liability बढ़ जाएगा तो क्या होगा? Syndicators account credit to our revaluation debit. अच्छा. और when the liability decreases, then we will debit the liability. Clear? So what will be the journal entry? Say bank overdraft. Bank overdraft is your liability. If the bank overdraft enhances, what will you do? Bank OD credit, debit revaluation account. If the bank overdraft reduces, then bank OD debit and revaluation credit. Dekho. If the liability enhances, it is your loss. Okay. And if the liability reduces, it is your profit. So we have to prepare one special account for the purpose of revaluation of assets and liabilities. Okay. And that the name of this account is revaluation account. Clear? Samjhe? So this is in a nutshell of what I am to say with regards to the revaluation of assets and liability. This case we do in case of all the changes in partnership, that is in case of dissolution of partnership. In case of dissolution of partnership, what are the events? Admission, retirement, death, change in profit sharing ratio. In all the cases, we have to make treatments with regards to valuation of assets and liabilities, with respect to goodwill, with respect to joint life policy, with respect to distribution of past profit, with respect to capital. In case of admission, it is the introduction of capital, that is investment by the incoming partner, or in case of withdrawal, in case of retirement it is withdrawal, or in case of death it is repayment of the total fund, okay, of the deceased. Clear? So this is more or less that issue with regards to revaluation of assets. And now there are two objectives. One, हम assets को revalue करेंगे. हम लोग assets को revalue करेंगे, जो बढ़ेगा assets बढ़ जाएगा, और credit revaluation, asset को value घट गया तो assets account credit, revaluation account debit, ये हम करेंगे. एंड जो चेंजेस हुआ है हम बैलेंस शीट को वो चेंज्ड फिगर में दिखा सकते हैं. दिस इज वन ऑब्जेक्टिव. ओके. कोई बोलता है देखो बाबू ये जो वैल्यूएशन आप लोग किए हैं ये तो आपका अपना सोच है. दिस इज द थॉट्स ऑफ द एग्जिस्टिंग पार्टनर. इट मे नॉट बी दैट द वैल्यू which are being determined by the partner at that time, at the time of एडमिशन ऑफ द पार्टनर. जो कोई पार्टनर आने का टाइम पे हम लोग जो वैल्यूएशन की है एसेट्स एंड लायबिलिटी, इट मे नॉट बी द कॉन्क्रीट वन. सो दोस्त हम लोग एक काम करेंगे, हम लोग जो वैल्यूएशन होगा उसको हम चेंज नहीं करेंगे. वी विल, हम लोग क्या करेंगे, हम लोग बुक का आज को जो वैल्यू है वही वैल्यू रख देंगे. ठीक है. तो we do not like to show the change in the book values of the assets and liabilities. We do like not to show the changes in the value of the assets and liabilities. लेकिन इसका मतलब है जो नया आएगा वो तो ये कर लेगा ना, प्रॉफिट उसको हो जाएगा, लॉस होने से उसको घटेगा, प्रॉफिट होने से उसको बढ़ेगा, तो वी विल लाइक नॉट टू टेक एनी रिस्क. सो हम लोग क्या करेंगे, देयर आर टू कॉन्सेप्ट. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल द एसेट्स वुड बी रिवैल्यूड एंड द न्यू फिगर, न्यू वैल्यूज विल बी शोन इन द बैलेंस शीट. समझते हैं? पहले एसेट क्या था, दोनों लैंड एंड बिल्डिंग. लैंड एंड बिल्डिंग था 1 लाख, लैंड एंड बिल्डिंग अकाउंट डेबिट and it was in a balance sheet asset. Now the balance value of the land and building and enhanced by 40,000. So what is the value? Land and building account debit to revaluation. The revaluation will be transferred to the partner's capital account and the new value of land and building will be 1 lakh plus 10,000, 40,000, 1 lakh 40,000. Clear? So enhanced figure we would like to show. Clear? So enhanced figure will be shown. So there is change in book values, and when we do not like to show that, that is another concept, that is no change in book values. Today I am taking up a problem and this problem will consider the change in the book values. Clear? Tomorrow in the next class I will take up the problem no change in book values. Clear? समझे? अच्छा, now I am reading out a problem. The problem will be given in the video. Just I am reading out the problem. For the time being you listen to that and I would like to go on solving the problem. Okay friend? आप लोग मेरे ख्याल से आप लोग समझे हो. So these are the issues which we are not taking up today. We are taking up the topic revaluation of assets and liability. So हम इसको रब कर देते हैं बाबू. चलो ठीक है. Any problem? ये भी तो सब आप लोगों को समझा दिए हैं. एडजस्टमेंट्स क्या होगा बुक में वो भी बताए हैं. सो इसको भी हम रब कर देते हैं. अच्छा, रिवैल्यूएशन ऑफ एसेट्स एंड लायबिलिटी में जो बोले हैं, जो दो किस्म का हो सकता है. न्यू फिगर मे बी शोन इन द बुक्स, मे नॉट बी शोन इन द बुक्स, मे बी शोन इन द बुक्स. हम लोग कंसीडर कर रहे हैं पार्टनर्स जो डिसीजन लिए हैं, दे वुड लाइक टू शो द चेंजेस इन द बुक वैल्यूज ऑफ द एसेट्स एंड लायबिलिटी. सो दिस इज द टॉपिक and this topic will be taken up later on. I am rubbing this friend for getting the problem duly solved what I am going to give you. Okay? Now chalo. So friends, the problem is lark and kite, wherein whatever name you may give, no problem. Lark and kite were in partnership sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 3:2. So we have the two partners, lark and kite, L and K. Ratio is 3:2. So they are the partner, Mr. Lark and kite. हम A and K बोल रहे हैं, L and K. Okay, L and K. तो they are sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 3:2. Their capital account, opening capital. I am writing it in a short. Okay. So, partners, lark and kite, PS ratio 3:2. The opening capital they are having, it is 65,000 and 40,000. The capital, that is the capital, capital on the date of balance sheet, 65,000 and 40,000. There are huge number of information, friends. I am not going to take up the all these things. Land and building 42,500. Okay. Land and building 42,500. And plant and equipments, it is 18,300. Plant and equipments 18,300. Okay. Next one, motor vehicles 12,400. 12,400 motor vehicles. And stock 20,600. 20,600 stock. And debtors 24,000, provision 2,000, debtors 24,000, provision 2,000, it is 22,000, clear, and bank balance is 6,000. 6,000. And now the liabilities, creditors 16,800. Creditors 16,800. So friend, this is given in the balance sheet. Okay, clear? These are the assets position, these are the assets position, and these are the liability position. Clear? Okay. Achha. Now by arrangement, the following adjustments were to be incorporated in the books of account before Canary was admitted. Okay, so they are giving admission. Dekho, Lark and Kite are in partnership sharing profits and losses in the 3:2. Was agreed to Canary should be admitted to the partnership. The balance sheet before his admission was as follows. The balance sheet हमें आपको बोल दिए. The agreement, the following adjustments were to be incorporated in the books of account. Were to be incorporated in the books of account. Mind it. इसका मतलब है आपको जो चेंजेस करना है वो हम लोग बुक्स में दिखाएंगे. The value of land and building should be increased to 60,000 and that of plant and equipments reduced to 10,000. Just consider the language. The value of land and building should be increased to 60,000. This is the first one. Okay. Land and building is to be, the value of land and building should be increased to 60,000. What is the value of land and building? What is the value of land and building? It is 42,500. तो लैंड एंड बिल्डिंग कितना होना चाहिए? कितना होना चाहिए? इट शुड बी 60,000. ओके, तो इन ऑर्डर टू एनहांस टू दिस लेवल, व्हाट वुड बी द अप्रिशिएशन? इट विल बी 17,500. दैट इज अप्रिशिएशन इन द वैल्यू ऑफ लैंड एंड बिल्डिंग. क्लियर? तो लैंड एंड बिल्डिंग को देखो, लैंड एंड बिल्डिंग को वैल्यूएशन कितना हुआ था? लैंड एंड बिल्डिंग का प्रेजेंट वैल्यू हुआ है 60,000. लैंड, एज आई हैव ऑलरेडी टोल्ड यू, एसेट्स ऑलवेज डेबिट, एसेट्स बढ़ रहा है तो एसेट्स का हम क्या करेंगे सब? तो एसेट्स को हम डेबिट करेंगे एंड रिवैल्यूएशन अकाउंट शुड बी क्रेडिटेड. द वैल्यू ऑफ प्लांट एंड मशीनरी हैज बीन रिड्यूस्ड टू 10,000. सोचो दोस्त, अब कितना है? 10,000. इसका मतलब क्या है? प्लांट एंड इक्विपमेंट जो था उसको वैल्यू घट गया है. हाँ, तो एसेट घटने से क्या करेंगे हम लोग? एसेट को क्रेडिट करेंगे टू प्लांट एंड इक्विपमेंट. कितना घटे हैं? 8,300. ओके, डेबिट तो क्या होगा? रिवैल्यूएशन 8,300. क्लियर? अच्छा, नेक्स्ट. स्टॉक शुड बी रिड्यूस्ड बाय 3,000. स्टॉक शुड बी रिड्यूस. स्टॉक को कितना है? 20,600. ओके, हम लोग कितना माइनस करेंगे? 3,000 माइनस होगा. उसका मतलब है उसका वैल्यू कितना होगा? 17,600. तो हमको इस फिगर में आने के लिए क्या करना पड़ेगा? 3,000 रिड्यूस करना पड़ेगा. तो जर्नल एंट्री आप उसी तरीका से रिवैल्यूएशन अकाउंट डेबिट टू स्टॉक. Stock should be reduced by 30,000. Clear? 3,000. Now, the provision. अच्छा, investment worth rupees 5,000 not included in the balance sheet should be brought into account. देखिए, आपको एक एसेट है, वो एसेट का नाम क्या है बाबू? इन्वेस्टमेंट. इन्वेस्टमेंट कितना का एसेट है? ये एसेट है आपको 5,000 का. ये एसेट इतना दिन आपको बुक्स ऑफ अकाउंट्स में नहीं दिखाया गया था. ठीक है, तो इसको तुमको लेकर आना पड़ेगा बुक्स ऑफ अकाउंट्स में. करेक्ट? समझे? तो ये बंदा को हमको आई हैव टू गिव द बर्थ इन द बैलेंस शीट। तो कैसे देंगे? बुक्स ऑफ अकाउंट में। तो इसको प्लेस करना पड़ेगा। देखो, इन्वेस्टमेंट ऑलवेज एसेट, सो इन्वेस्टमेंट अकाउंट डेबिट टू रिवैल्यूएशन। ओके, कितना? 5000। क्लियर? समझे आप लोग? देखो, इन्वेस्टमेंट था नहीं, लेकर आओ, ये तुम्हारा स्ट्रेंथ है, इट इज योर स्ट्रेंथ। ठीक है, इन्वेस्टमेंट 5000 बढ़ गया भाई 5000, ये मेरा एसेट है। चलो, एसेट है, इसमें इसका मतलब है तुम्हारा प्रॉफिट है। लैंड एंड बिल्डिंग 60,000 हो गया। चलो, कितना था? 42,500। तो 17,500 तुम्हारा इंक्रीमेंट हुआ है। ये तुम्हारा स्ट्रेंथ है। दुख का बात है, ये प्लांट एंड इक्विपमेंट्स 18,300 था, ये बाबू घट गया था, 10,000 हुआ। इसका मतलब है रिडक्शन हुआ है। अच्छा, और स्टॉक भी घट गया 3,000, सो स्टॉक अकाउंट हैज़ बीन क्रेडिटेड एंड इवैल्यूएशन अकाउंट हैज़ बीन डेबिटेड एंड इन्वेस्टमेंट तो बोल दिए हैं। ठीक है? अच्छा, और नेक्स्ट वन, द प्रोविजन ऑफ डाउटफुल डेट शुड बी इंक्रीज टू 3,500। सुनो, प्रोविजन इज ऑलवेज क्रेडिट। ओके, प्रोविजन कितना था? प्रोविजन इधर 2000 था, हमको प्रोविजन कितना दिखाना पड़ेगा? टू 3,500। तो हमको इधर लिखेंगे प्रोविजन फॉर BD बैड डेट हाउ मच? 1,500 एंड इट इज योर लॉस, सो द लॉस विल बी रिवैल्यूएशन अकाउंट 1,500। क्लियर? सो दीज आर द मोर और लेस द ट्रीटमेंट ऑफ रिवैल्यूएशन। अच्छा, और क्या क्या है? अच्छा, देखो, another thing is that a provision of 500 included in creditors for a possible claim for damages was no longer required. Damages was no longer required. Okay? तो हम लोग एक प्रोविजन अलग से बना के रखे थे, इसलिए ये क्रेडिटर को एक जो भी लॉस होगा उसको पेमेंट देना पड़ेगा। हाँ, ये पैसा हम अकाउंट्स में नहीं दिखाए, इसको हम अलग से रखे थे। क्लियर? तो इसके चलते हम लोग क्या करेंगे, और एक प्रोविजन अकाउंट एक बनाएंगे। ओके, तो ये क्या है? इसका मतलब है ये जो हमारा कितना वैल्यू है क्रेडिटर का? क्रेडिटर्स है हाउ मच? 16,800. So friends, we have 16,800. In this 16,800 of our creditor includes two things. One is possible damage of goods. Possible damage के लिए हम लोग 500 रुपया का अलग से ऐड किए थे उसके साथ। तो ये ओरिजिनली था 16,300, हम लोग ऐड किए थे कितना? 500 ऐड कर दिए थे। ये होकर टोटल हुआ था 16,800। बोल रहा है कि ये सब का जरूरत नहीं है। ओके, दैट टाइप ऑफ क्लेम ऑफ द क्रेडिटर्स विल नो लॉन्गर एग्जिस्ट। तो क्रेडिटर्स को एक क्लेम घट जाएगा, इसका मतलब है हम लोग का क्रेडिटर्स घटेगा। क्लियर? तो क्रेडिटर्स लाइबिलिटी है, वो घटेगा तो क्रेडिटर्स क्या होगा? क्रेडिटर्स अकाउंट डेबिट टू रिवैल्यूएशन। कितना? 500। ओके फ्रेंड्स, सो these are the changes in the value of assets, revalued value. अच्छा, prepare revaluation account, partners capital account and for a revised balance sheet. अच्छा, देखो, now I am preparing the revaluation account. Okay, ये रब कर देते हैं बाबू। हमको एक रिवैल्यूएशन अकाउंट बनाना पड़ेगा। अच्छा, one thing is lacking in the problem, okay, and that is how much amount canary is to give. C is coming in, so C का इंट्रोडक्शन को पहले हम लोग ये कर रहते हैं, we are making the, but that is not a complete sum. It is a given in a book and that is not a complete sum. Let us think that Mr. Canary has introduced C. Mr. Canary C has introduced a capital of 30,000. Think it, it add you should add in the problem, okay? Mr. C has introduced the capital of rupees 30,000. Clear? So friends, here I am preparing the revaluation account. Okay. The solution will be given in at the end of the video. Still I am making just for your understanding, I am doing all these things. अच्छा, amount, ये inner column, outer column आप लोग जानते हैं, इधर particulars, यह है debit, यह है credit, यह particulars, यह है amount, okay, inner and outer column. Clear? Again, and now I am preparing a capital account. It is debit, it is credit. You know how to prepare capital account. I would like not to spare much more time in doing all this. Lark, kite and canary. Particulars, amount, lark, kite and canary. This is capital account. Okay. Clear? And now this is revaluation account. RAV कर देते हैं revaluation account. And what are the issues, friend? I have already shown you. What is the opening? What is the capital? 65,000 and 40,000. Where it is? It should be by balance BF 65,000 and it is 40,000 in case of. Okay. Now you see. What are the happenings? We have the land and building of how much of 45,500. इसको वैल्यू बड़ा है तो क्या होगा? लैंड एंड बिल्डिंग अकाउंट डेबिट टू रिवैल्यूएशन बाय लैंड एंड बिल्डिंग कितना है बाबू? कितना है बोलो? 17,500. ओके, पढ़ाई के लेकर अड्डा बनाओ, मेक स्टडी एज ए फन, मस्ती से करो, मस्ती से. अच्छा, प्लांट एंड मशीनरी 18,300. तो दोस्त ये घट गया 10,000 पे, तो इसका मतलब है देखो रिवैल्यूएशन अकाउंट क्रेडिट साइड में हम लिखे, इधर आप लिख दो इंक्रीमेंट इन वैल्यू. ठीक है, ये अच्छा होगा. इंक्रीमेंट इन वैल्यू. अच्छा, इधर प्लांट एंड इक्विपमेंट्स कितना घटे है बाबू? 8,300. ओके, एक लिखो रिडक्शन इन वैल्यू. ओके, नाउ रिवैल्यूएशन स्टॉक का वैल्यू घट गया है. रिवैल्यूएशन अकाउंट डेबिट टू स्टॉक, सो रिवैल्यूएशन अकाउंट इज डेबिटेड एंड स्टॉक अकाउंट इज क्रेडिटेड. ओके, हाउ मच? 3,000. ओके, it is 3,000. Then comes the other one, investment of 5,000. आपको इधर नहीं था बुक्स ऑफ अकाउंट्स में, आपको इसको पैदा करना पड़ेगा. चलो हम लोग पैदा कर लिए. इन्वेस्टमेंट अकाउंट डेबिट. ओके, इन्वेस्टमेंट. ओके, हाउ मच? 5,000. क्लियर? देखो इन्वेस्टमेंट हो गया. नाउ प्रोविजन फॉर बैड डेट आपको और बढ़ाना पड़ेगा. कितना था? 2,000 था और 1,500 ऐड करना पड़ेगा. जनरल एंट्री रिवैल्यूएशन अकाउंट डेबिट टू प्रोविजन फॉर PVD, प्रोविजन फॉर बैड डेट 1,500. ओके, नाउ क्रेडिटर्स को आपको जो क्लेम था, आपको क्लेम था 5,000 का, वो क्लेम को हमको नहीं लगेगा. इसका मतलब है क्रेडिटर्स इज बीइंग रिड्यूस. सो क्रेडिटर्स अकाउंट डेबिट टू रिवैल्यूएशन बाय क्रेडिटर्स 500. Okay, now this is the total of asset, debit, credit, and it is the total of debit. So difference you are getting, no? So what is the difference? How much it is? 23,000. Okay. And here it is how much? 10,200, right? It is. And this, so this is the profit, okay? And this amount should be transferred to the capital account of lark and kite, okay? In the ratio of what? 3/5 and 2/5. आप लोग एरिथमेटिक्स में बहुत अच्छे हो, आप लोग ये बना लीजिएगा, फिर भी मैं कर देता हूँ. हाँ, 6,120 4,080. Okay, clear? So friends, this is revaluation account. तो हम लोग डिवैल्यूएशन अकाउंट कैसे करेंगे? अभी देखो, हम तो इतना डिटेल में बताए आपको, जर्नल करो, लेजर करो, उसके बाद बोले है ना, जो टैक्टिकल हिंट्स, अच्छा वो बाद में बोलते हैं, वो बाद में आते हैं. तो दिस इज द रिवैल्यूएशन अकाउंट, ओके? एंड द रिजल्ट्स ऑफ रिवैल्यूएशन अकाउंट विल बी ट्रांसफर्ड टू partners capital account, okay, by revaluation account. Profit on revaluation transferred, okay, 6,120 and it is 4,04080. Clear? Acha friend, one thing is not given in the problem which I have added. What I have added? The Mr. Canary is investing rupees 30,000 in the business. So what is happening in the business? In the business, as a result of the introduction of capital by Mr. Canary, bank balance of the organization is being increased. Bank account debit to seize capital. Okay, कितना? 30,000. Clear? तो हमारा seize capital account में क्या होगा? By bank. Okay, you write introduction of capital. Introduction of capital कितना? 30,000. Clear? So friends, this is the status of the capital. This is the status of the capital account. Clear? Now this is the status of the capital account, and what would be the balance of the capital account? Just you make it, okay? Make the balance. देखो इधर कुछ नहीं है तो it is 71,120. 71,120. So the balance CD 71,120. इसको कितना क्या होगा? 44,080. 44,080. Or in case of Canary, it is 30,000. Okay. So friend, this is the capital. Okay. Now this is revaluation account. This is capital account. Clear? And now, and now you will be asked to prepare the balance sheet. Here I am preparing the balance sheet in a nutshell, okay? It is balance sheet, new balance sheet, okay? बैलेंस शीट में क्या क्या आएगा अब देखते रहिए. लैंड एंड बिल्डिंग, ओके, ऐड एडिशन है, ओके. इंक्रीमेंट, ऐड इंक्रीमेंट. प्लांट एंड मशीनरी, प्लांट एंड इक्विपमेंट, लेस रिडक्शन. थर्ड, investment, sorry, motor vehicle is one of them, no? Motor vehicles, no change in motor vehicles. जरूरत नहीं है. MV. अच्छा, here it will be investment, then stock, then debtors, sundry debtors, less PBD, okay, then bank. So what is the balance of London building? London building हम लोगों को कितना था? London building 42,500 था. हम लोगों को होगा कितना? अभी 17,500 बड़े हैं. So it was 42,500 and 17,500. So it is 60,000. Clear? Plant and equipments, it was 18,300. Okay. Now it has been reduced by 8,300. The new value is how much? New value is 10,000. Motor vehicles कितना है? 12,000 in the problem. Investment नया तरीका से आया है, इसको प्लेसमेंट किया है 5,000. Okay. Now Sunday debtors. Sunday debtors कितना है बाबू? Sunday debtors है 24,000. Sunday debtors 24,000 है और हम लोगों को प्रोविजन कितना था? 2,000 and it has been enhanced by rupees 1,500. So ये होगा 3,500. Okay, so it is 21,500. And bank balance हम लोगों को कितना था? Bank balance था 6,000 and Mr. C has brought in how much amount? 30,000. So it is 6,000 plus 30,000. It will be 36,000. Clear? So that is the total of the assets and your balance sheet will stand 1,61,500, I think. Just you add it, okay? And what are in the credit side? Sorry, in the liability side? Capital LKC, okay? And creditors. Creditors, how much it was? Our creditors were 16,500 less 500. 16,500 16,800 it was. 168 less 500. So it would be 16,300. And the capital account, I think it is 70,120. 71,120. Kite 40,080. And it is C. So friend, it should be 20,500, okay? And now what is the amount? 200 and it is 5 or it is 4, 7, 11 or 3, 14. So friend, it is 1,61,500. Clear? So बंदा देखिए, आप लोगों का बैलेंस शीट एग्रीड हो गया. अमाउंट ये एसेट्स, ये है अमाउंट. क्लियर? बैलेंस शीट आफ्टर द एडमिशन ऑफ मिस्टर सी. क्लियर? सो फ्रेंड्स, दिस इज द प्रोसेस. ओके, नाउ आई एम समिंग अप. In case of admission is a case of, I am summing up for 3 to 4 minutes. Admission is a case of dissolution of partnership. Clear? And in that case, the firm remains working as usual and we have to make the necessary accounting adjustments. What are the adjustments? Adjustment in terms of revaluation assets and liabilities, with regards to goodwill, with regards to joint life policy, with regards to accumulation of distribution of past profit and the introduction of capital. They are the voluminous one huge area to be considered, and but I have taken up the first item, that is revaluation of assets and liability. रिवैल्यूएशन एसेट्स एंड लायबिलिटी क्या होता है, क्या खाते हैं ना माथा पे देते हैं। दोस्त जब कोई नया पार्टनर आते हैं ना, तो हम लोग को जो एसेट्स एंड लायबिलिटी स्टेटस है, इसको कुछ कुछ का वैल्यू बढ़ सकता है। बढ़ने से क्या होता है, जो नया जो बंदा आएगा ना, वो नया बंदा का उसमें प्रॉफिट हो जाएगा, ठीक है। तो हम क्यों ना एसेट्स के जो वैल्यू बढ़े हैं उसको बढ़ा के हम लोग अपना कैपिटल को बढ़ा लें। हाँ बढ़िया है, ये जैसा बहुत सुंदर है। तो ये एसेट्स बढ़ने से कीजिएगा, तो एसेट घटने भी तो आपको करना चाहिए। यू शुड मेंटेन द पैरिटी। इसीलिए एसेट्स जो घट जाता है, एसेट्स अकाउंट क्रेडिट एंड पार्टनर्स कैपिटल अकाउंट शुड बी डेबिट। बट इंस्टेड ऑफ डायरेक्ट मेकिंग ट्रीटमेंट टू डायरेक्ट टू कैपिटल, वी प्रिपेयर ए स्पेसिफिक अकाउंट एंड दैट अकाउंट इज नोन एज रिवैल्यूएशन अकाउंट। रिवैल्यूएशन अकाउंट इज अकाउंट फॉर विच थ्रू विच वी मेक ऑल द एडजस्टमेंट्स। एसेट बढ़ेगा, एसेट अकाउंट डेबिट टू रिवैल्यूएशन, एसेट घटेगा, एसेट अकाउंट क्रेडिट, रिवैल्यूएशन अकाउंट डेबिट, लायबिलिटी क्रेडिट, लायबिलिटी बढ़ेगा, लायबिलिटी क्रेडिट, रिवैल्यूएशन डेबिट, ये मेरा लॉस है, और लायबिलिटी घटेगा, लायबिलिटी अकाउंट डेबिट टू रिवैल्यूएशन, ये मेरा प्रॉफिट है। अल्टीमेट रिजल्ट्स ऑफ रिवैल्यूएशन विल बी ट्रांसफर्ड टू द पार्टनर्स कैपिटल अकाउंट। ओके, दैट इज व्हेन द न्यू बैलेंस शीट यू विल शो, न्यू बैलेंस शीट यू विल प्रिपेयर। अब जब नया बैलेंस शीट बनाइएगा तो अब एसेट्स क्या वैल्यू में आएगा, जो चेंज्ड वैल्यू उस पे एसेट्स आएगा, उसमें लायबिलिटी आएगा, एंड कैपिटल थ्रू दिस प्रोसेस कैपिटल इज एडजस्टेड। एंड वी हैव डन ऑल दिस थिंग्स, एंड एज ए रिजल्ट दिस इज आवर रिवैल्यूएशन अकाउंट। द रिवैल्यूएशन रिजल्ट्स हैव ट्रांसफर्ड टू द पार्टनर्स कैपिटल अकाउंट, एंड पार्टनर्स कैपिटल अकाउंट हैज बीन क्रेडिटेड विद दिस अमाउंट, एंड वी हैव टू प्रिपेयर बैलेंस शीट to give the effect of the new adjustments. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to prepare revaluation account, we have to prepare capital account, and we have to prepare the balance sheet, new balance sheet, clear, after the introduction of incoming partner. But one thing in our problem, it is not been given the amount of investment by Mr. new partner, so Mr. C, so we have added for your understanding purpose. So C has given 30,000, so journal entry, bank account debit to C's capital account, clear. And as a result we have got this balance sheet. Okay, balance sheet after the admission of Mr. C, clear. And now here what we have maintained, I have told you there are two process of revaluation of assets liability. One is the new capital account, values of the assets and liability should be shown in the books of account. Okay, so there is the assets and liability should be shown in the revalued figure, but there are also conception जे देखो जितना चेंज होगा वो चेंज तो हम लोग कर लेंगे, लेकिन हम लोग उसको कॉपी बुक्स ऑफ अकाउंट पे नहीं दिखाएंगे. सो द न्यू बैलेंस शीट will contain the same value of the assets and liabilities as it was prevailing right now. That topic we will take up tomorrow. Okay, so today I have taken up when the new values are given respect for the preparation of accounts. This is there is a change in the value of assets and liability, and tomorrow in the next class I will take up. There will be no change in the value of assets and liability, but we have to make the necessary adjustments. Okay, so friends, this is the solution I have made. कोई आप लोग देखिए मैथमेटिक्स एरिथमेटिक में हम बहुत माने ख़राब है, कोई प्रॉब्लम हो आप देख लीजिएगा, मेरे ख्याल से आपको माफिक एडजस्टमेंट कर लीजिएगा. So this is my performance, and if anything is lagging, make necessary adjustment with your will. What is that? The process being the same. यही प्रोसेस ही चलेगा, इसी तरीके से हम लोगों को काम करना पड़ेगा. अरिथमेटिकल इशू डिपेंड्स ऑन इट. ओके, थैंक यू वेरी मच.